Our guest has made it to the studio on time. Would you believe it?
Yes.
Sometimes you don't know this, but when media has a guest, sometimes the guest will go, gari yangu.
Yeah.
There's that excuse. Then, hey, wacha nikwambie CBC natupeleka namna. So yeah.
And the most famous one.
Yes.
Nimepigiwa na IBC saa hii tu. So siwezi kuja.
Yes.
Yake siku ingine.
So we're going to ask him to introduce himself.
That's
so you
right.
can get to know him. We also live on www. You can take a good look at Moses.
Yes.
Who's probably leading the people of Mathare to Canaan. Unasikia namna gani?
Okay, I'm very happy to be here.
Yes, so come a bit closer. We don't bite yet.
Okay.
Good stuff. Yes, good stuff.
Good morning, viewers. No, even though, okay. Are there some viewers?
Yes, there are.
Absolutely.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
Good. So good. Viewers and listeners, it's my pleasure to be in this studio today morning.
Yes.
My name is Moses Gachira.
That's right.
I'm an aspirant for Mathare seat on an Usawa kwa wote ticket. That's Mwangiwairia party.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. It also says you're a businessman, you're an economist.
Yeah, indeed, all that.
Wewe ni mobilizer wa watu wa Mathare.
Indeed.
But let's start from this, from what is making headlines right now. Mr. Wairia and the IEBC, what happened? Were you there at Bomas?
Well, I wasn't there. But the thing is, there are those issues that arose out of the signatures that were presented to the IBC. And as long as we are concerned as a party, we presented every detail of what was asked for.
Correct.
Okay, with the IBC, wherever they took those signatures, it's up to them to tell us. And they even blocked Mwangi from accessing their offices and even having a talk. As far as we are talking now,
right,
the issue is in court.
It's in court, yes.
And we are waiting for the progress. And we are very hopeful that Mwangi will be brought back to the race.
To the ballot.
Did that cause you to be a bit concerned, especially concerning your candidature? Yes. And the party you stand, you're vying under. You're vying under, yes.
Well, for me, I'm not that much concerned because my seat is secured.
Right.
But for the party as whole and even for our president, obviously it's a very big issue. We must be very concerned. We need to get to know why did that happen. What is going to happen? Is our candidate going to be on the race? That's an issue with us.
Mhesh, if we're to dive into the campaign that you're going through, unasikia kama you've increased some power. I mean, are you still going through your campaign? Are you doing well?
Tell us
how would you grade yourself?
Well, I'm doing great.
I'm doing great, yes.
Yeah, comparing to the others, I'm doing great.
Okay.
We've been door to door talking to our residents.
Okay. And what are you telling them?
You see, every challenge facing a Nairobian is in Mathare.
True.
Every challenge.
A few of them.
Every you talk of wherever you talk of.
Yes.
That challenge is in Mathare.
Is in Mathare.
That's why it was born.
Yes.
Before it goes to those other areas.
Yes.
And for me, it's very personal.
And why is it personal, Mhesh?
Do you live there?
I was born there, brought up there, and I still live there.
Okay.
Good.
I face these challenges on daily basis.
Right.
And
Mambo
therefore,
sanitation and
you talk of sanitation,
security.
it's a very big challenge.
Yeah.
Security, the only place that you cannot walk safely, you're never sure of your safety. It's Mathare.
And you
It's
have
Mathare.
the Air Force there with you.
The Air Force is there, and I can tell you, like 207, 208, there are so many people killed next to the gate to the Air Force.
Yes.
And they did not help.
Well, then the road couldn't allow, and at the same time, they didn't.
But as a resident, born, bred in Mathare,
Indeed.
you're now vying for Member of Parliament. Do you think you have the answer or solution to matter security in Mathare?
I do, and I said very much willing. And I got that. I know how to. You see, with Mathare, the people there, or the population of the police is more than enough. The chiefs are there.
Yes.
The education leaders are there.
Nyumba kumi is there.
What we need is to bring these people together. There's no
Mobilize.
problem.
What makes them stay apart, in your opinion?
Where, as far as I'm concerned,
Yes.
is that the people we elect into office
Right.
do not care. Rather, do not get in touch with them to make sure. You see, you bring people together, as Kenyans we say. If we come together, any moment we come together, we are able to address all the challenges that bedevil us.
Na sasa Mhesh, wewe haswa, what makes you think wewe ndio suluhisho for this particular situation?
Okay, let me say this.
Now sell us your manifesto.
Indeed. Yes. Let me say this. Security challenge yenye tuko nao Mathare. Ukileta hao viongozi wote pamoja.
Tunaongea polisi,
tunaongea juu ya polisi, tunaongea juu ya nyumba kumi, tunaongezea leadership wa viongozi, ezini wa mashure. You see, security ni kitu imeshikamana na mambo mingi. Vijana wetu wametoroka shule. Wanapotoka shule, where do they go? Wanaingia into crime.
Correct.
Kuna challenges ya life imekuwa so hard pale Mathare. Watu kupata chakula ni challenge kubwa.
Ajira pia ni ngumu.
Hizi vitu tukianza kuaddress moja kwa moja, unapata tutakuwa tunapata suluhisho kwa hii matatizo tukuba kila siku. Mimi nikisema nikileta wale viongozi wote, kama ni wale wanahusika katika masuala ya elimu, watahakikisha hakuna dropout rate. Masomo ni ya bure, sio? Na sasa kama ni ya bure, kwa nini mtoto atoke shule? Kama ni chakula tukihakikisha kama community tume make sure shule zinakuwa provided na chakula, mtoto hataenda kuhangaika huko nje. We talk of kitu ingine kama ajira. Ajira tukiweka mwangaza kama ile eneo bunge letu lote, tutakuwa tumeinua biashara zetu. Kama ni ile biashara inafungwa saa 2 juu ya insecurity, inaenda mpaka saa 6 usiku, ama hata akitaka kukucha anafanya biashara. That way watu wetu biashara zetu zitainuka. From that unapata kama ni crime inapungua. Because if you are running a business and yaguke leo, tomorrow they turn to crime.
True.
And the leadership we've been having, hawajafanya kuleta watu hawa naongelelea juu yake pamoja.
Kila mtu anafanya biashara yake kama silo peke yake. Hawaungani pamoja. Umesema utawaleta pamoja. Now kwa constituency yako, kuko na hospital inaitwa Upper Muthaiga Hospital, ile ambayo inajulikana kama Mathare Hospital.
Yes.
Ni kweli.
Kuna manufaa yoyote imeleta kwa locals hapo ndani?
Where niseme kweli, kuna ile manufaa kidogo. Lakini manufaa ikiwa ni kidogo, bado hatujasaidika. Na ile si hospital ya jana, ni hospital ya kitambo sana. Population imeongezeka. Tunahitaji mingi kama hiyo. Na tena tunahitaji ile sana inadeal na wale wako na challenges za akili. Watu wetu pia population kubwa haina challenge yenye wako nayo. Mingi ni ya magonjwa hii ya kawaida. Na sasa hiyo magonjwa ya kawaida inahitaji dispensaries, more of dispensaries. Ambazo zinafaa kuwa za bure na vitu kama hizo.
Who do you plan to work with in order to see development come to this particular section, the health sector, that will be, part of your manifesto?
First thing is to approach the Ministry of Health, where there must be a share that belongs to Mathare. And we've not been getting it. Because you can't tell me why, since independence, we've been the lowest when it comes to issues health. We don't get our dispensaries. We don't get our drugs. I mean, no matter how you look at it, we've been left behind.
So you think Mathare is missing a seat at that table?
Indeed.
Or if kama mtu alikuwa amekaa hapo,
hakuwa anafanya kazi yake.
Hafanyi, na hata kama pesa inatoka, again maybe ni kama inaingia kwa mfuko wa watu, because we can't be having even the little dispensaries that we have.
They
don't have enough. They are not well equipped. And the population keeps on growing up. There must be something wrong with our leadership. No matter how you look at it.
Right. His name is Moses Muturi Gachira. candidate for MP Mathare, and of course he's vying under the Usawa kwa Wote party. When we come back, we want him to tell us exactly how is Mathare, like give to ambie what is good about Mathare. Mahali tumefika
the
tukirudi.
good, the bad, and the ugly. And how you, Moses, are going to lead all these people to the Canaan you're promising.
Indeed.
Because kusema kweli Mhesh, wameketi hapa. Tumewasikiza. Wanasemanga, nitafanya. Year in, year out.
Indeed.
Then they get elected. They get in. And they begin work. For only 2 minutes, then they are finished.
Yes.
I know this is a very big challenge, not Mathare, but everywhere in Nairobi.
All right. Mhesh is here with us. He wants you to vote him in as your member of parliament, Mathare.
Je, wewe mkazi wa Mathare, huyu ndio suluhisho yako?
Unamjua? How about you call us now, 0701 969 969. Do you have a question for him? What goodies is he carrying? What are his plans? How is he going to fight for you in parliament and make demands or go ahead and put into play policies, things that are going to make sure that your life gets a bit easier in Mathare? Now, we've asked him about, healthcare. We're here to talk about education.
Indeed.
Mhesh, how many children do you think are of school-going age in Mathare?
What percentage?
What percentage are we looking at, in your opinion?
Okay, let me talk of around 40-50%.
Right.
Wow. Okay. And when we talk about education, do you feel that Mathare is, for lack of better word,
access to this education is favorable?
Not at all. Let me talk of, we got a ward called Mabatini.
Yes.
Mabatini.
A whole ward without a single primary school that is public.
Oh.
And we got another one called Gay. Again, a whole ward without a single public primary school.
Right.
A ward without a single primary school?
With a population of 100,000 plus. So you wonder...
So how far do they have to go?
Yeah, mtoto anavuka mito.
Obviously, they'll have to look elsewhere. Meaning, our leadership have failed us. And this, as far as I'm concerned, these things have to be taken very seriously.
Right.
We will have to build schools in those two wards. And again, even where there are schools, they are very limited. I intend to build some more schools in those in every ward in Mathare.
Yes,
Okay,
a
every
public
ward
school.
in Mathare.
Yeah.
How many wards do we have in Mathare?
There are 6.
Okay.
All right. So tell us about Mathare, the good, the bad. Kwa Biblia kuna mtu aliuliza what good can come out of Nazareth. Na huko ndio Messiah alitoka.
Sawa, niseme hivi.
Yes.
Mathare ukitafuta watu walio wazuri zaidi ni watu wa Mathare.
Kivipi?
Tuseme in terms of hata kulirate watu watakukubali. Ukienda Mathare si ati isipokuwa ni matatizo inawakalia. Ukitaka wale watu wazuri zaidi ni Mathare watakuwelcome.
Okay.
Pili, population yetu ndio walioajiriwa. Okay, ukienda kwa hizi kazi ziko Nairobi. Ukitaka cheap labor iko Mathare. Tuko na hospitali kama Mathare Hospital. Iko Mathare. Tuko na kichijio pale Mathare. Nyama karibu yote Nairobi inatoka pale Mathare.
Sio puda, please.
Vijana.
Sio puda?
Puda, hakuna puda hata moja inatoka Mathare. Ila kitu inabaki ni kupanua zile biashara.
Yes.
Kuinua hali ya kimaisha wananchi wetu. Na Mathare itakuwa mahali pazuri sana. Na hata ukitaka mahali radi iko cheap ni Mathare.
Really?
In Nairobi, the whole of Nairobi.
Yes.
Nowhere else unaweza pata nini radi iko cheap. And very soon, I'm very sure tukiaddress issues za security. Watu watajaa pale. Because those are the issues zimekuwa zikihida watu kuinvest Mathare. Tuna barabara zimekuwa ni challenges. Na hizo barabara zikifunguliwa na zijengwe na hii kazi na ahidi tutafanya. Mimi na kuahidi pale watu watapigania kuingia. Na kama uko na pesa yako, weka tayari. Tukimaliza miezi yetu 3, tukiwa tumeaddress hii issues,
right?
Wewe nenda unanunua shamba.
Unajipatia 3 months. You're giving yourself 3 months.
Indeed.
mimi kama mkazi wa ni jirani tu kwa umbali kidogo tuseme Makadara. Niko na hope gani ama niko na assurance gani ya kwamba nikitaka kuanzisha biashara pale Mathare sitapata opposition? Nikitaka kuleta matatu pale Mathare sitapata opposition, kwa sababu pia matatu imekuwa ni menace kubwa sana kuingiza kwa sako.
Ni kweli. Hizi issues zote nina promise kuziaddress. Na wale wako kwa zile wale wanaweka hiyo opposition kwa kama wewe unataka kuingiza matatu, wao wanatafuta chakula cha kila siku. Wale watu tukiwatafutia kazi, tukihakikisha wenye biashara dogo walio Mathare wamepata kuinuka, hawatakuwa na wakati wa kupinga. Wataona tukiwaongeresha wataelewa kwamba unakuja kuinua hali yao ya kimaisha. Hivyo basi hakutakuwa pingamizi. Ile kitu tumekosa sana nasema ni uongozi. Sababu leadership. Hakuja kuwa na uongozi unaoleta watu pamoja. Wakaweza kuongelelea hii matatizo tunayo Mathare. Na ninafurahi kwa kunipa hii nafasi. Ninaweza kuongea na watu wetu.
Mhesh, I'm passionate about the business policies or the business promises you plan to give. Under business, there's so much that happens, especially for the women. And I believe that Mathare has one of the it's one of the biggest constituencies that has a large number or large volume of women entrepreneurs. Sasa wewe Mhesh, saidia wanawake.
Indeed. Na niseme 90% ya walio kitega uchumi pale Mathare ni biashara. Na mainly around 60% ni women. Wale wanawake tutaweka kwa vikundi. Tuweze kuhakikisha wako registered. Wakitaka pesa wanaipata kutoka kwa benki yoyote.
Loan
pesa,
grant.
Pesa, kuna pesa serikali kila wakati inatoa kama ni ya youth, ya wamama. Na hizo pesa haziwafikii wananchi wetu pale Mathare, especially women.
Zinapotelea wapi hizi pesa?
Where do you think it's going?
Because there's a women's
tarudisha tu pale kwa leadership.
Challenge
ni leadership. Sababu usipoleta wanawake pamoja, waongee lugha moja, wafuatilie pesa yao. Hata in most cases hata wajui kama kuna pesa kama hiyo.
Hawajui.
In most cases hawana habari.
Na wale wana habari hawajui wanaweza ipata kivipi. Na pia kuaccess kwa banki imekuwa challenge kwa watu wetu. Unajua ukiwa katika hali ya kiuchumi uko chini kabisa, hata kuapproach bank huwezi approach. Utaapproach ukipeleka nini ama ukitaka nini.
Okay, Mhesh, let's take a call. Good morning. You're on Pearl.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Fantastic conversation you all are having.
Thank you. Yeah.
I just called to ask the Mhesh a few questions. Okay, or rather to hear what he has to say about a few things.
Yes, go ahead.
So I have had the privilege to work in Mathare, and so he says he will build schools. Actually, this was the point at which I thought maybe I should call and ask.
Yes.
The feeding program. I know he'll understand what I mean. The children there depend mostly on school to eat. I don't know if he had spoken about it. I just tuned in a few minutes ago. And if he had, I'm so sorry. But
no, it's okay.
I would like to hear the feeding program, the school feeding program. Because we know most children depend on
the feeding program.
School.
Fantastic.
Okay. Number two, the roads, the inroads. Because people fall sick. Women end up
giving birth on the roadside.
Yes. And then you probably in labor or you're probably unwell. Even men, children fall sick, and by the time you get to the hospital, or even by the time an ambulance gets to you, what does he plan to do? That already the structure is faulty.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Then the rate of teenage pregnancies.
Right.
My goodness. These are the things we want to hear.
Correct.
What are you going to do about it? Because it is there. It is happening, but mostly because food is being exchanged for sex.
Indeed.
In these areas.
That's for a fact.
Okay? So how is he going to manage that? Because children are being forced into early pregnancies, into unwanted sexual advances from people who have the ability to give them food or ability to improve their life in one way or another.
Right.
So those things is what I would like to hear. Yes, you will build schools. In those schools, what will happen?
Good stuff.
What will happen?
All right.
Yeah? Anyway, yes.
You are awesome.
Thank you, Mhesh.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
asante sana.
One member of parliament hoping to get into it.
Yes.
This is
Moses Gachira.
Exactly. You're also known as an economist.
Indeed, I am.
This we did not know.
No, I am.
Letter degree?
The best thing is, funny thing we mentioned that because one of the best presidents Kenya has ever had was
an economist.
The late Mwai Kibaki was an economist.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you are the Mwai Kibaki?
That we are waiting for?
Probably a better one.
Hey, come on.
Since I've been born here,
Yes.
brought up here, that
Yes.
is Mathare.
Yes.
I understand the challenges bedevering our people
Yes.
in Mathare and
Yes.
Nairobi as well.
So earlier the caller asked about 3 points.
Yes.
Indeed.
Shall we begin about the school feeding?
Yes,
She's very passionate about the children.
Indeed.
So children have to be fed in the schools. But she said this is not effective. What are you planning to do about it?
Okay, as a county, or rather as a constituency, there is the money that is allocated to the constituency. We'll put a chunk of it into school feeding program. You see, with the Mathare, most of the families are not aware up. In fact, around 90%. So for us to be able to have an effective school feeding program, then we'll have to allocate some money to that.
Yes. Was it not done in the previous regime?
Where they've not been doing it.
They've not been doing it.
So
They've
how
not
have
been
children?
doing it.
How have children been
surviving?
Like it's well wishes.
They've relied on well wishes, and that's what I can say has been happening. Rather, I mean, we need a proper program so that even when well wishers come on board,
Yes.
they will find us working.
Yes.
And obviously, all they will be doing is to support us more.
Like you could tell the passion in that lady who called about the
Yes.
feeding program.
Yeah.
If she has a plan, a well-structured
Obviously,
plan.
Yeah,
we
would you-
will have to incorporate your plans if you do.
Yes.
And this is not a one-man show.
There you go.
Meaning,
There you go.
we will have to incorporate everybody into our programs. Therefore, the lady must feel free to engage us now and even in the future, so that we can have our views on board.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the
Feeder roads, the
feeder
roads.
roads. I think you touched
The
on it
feeder
a
roads.
little bit earlier on.
Yeah, I heard.
And is it difficult to get these feeder roads done effectively and well in Mathare?
Not at all.
So what is the
In
problem,
our
Mhesh?
neighboring constituency, that is Kamukoji,
Yes.
the MP there is doing it and doing it very well.
Yes.
Our feeder roads, most of them, they lie under the county government. I obviously have to work with the MCAs in my ward.
Yes.
Currently, there is no good working relationship between the parliamentarian and the MCAs over
Yes,
there.
the MCA.
Once we come together and are able to discuss our challenges and able to see the way forward. You see, there must be money allocated to that. But do we get it? Not at all.
But Mhesh, what makes you...
Yeah.
I don't know, but what makes you feel that when you get into power, that this money that is allocated, you will do way better than your predecessor?
Yeah.
Obviously, I talked of Kenyans. Whenever we come together as Kenyans, we always go to greater
They say
heights
the
and
very same
give our-
thing seated there. Tell me something new. Muhesh, we're going to go round in circles.
Obviously.
Everyone that has sat there has said the same thing. What is your game plan?
Yeah.
Where, let me say this. The county government, I will engage them directly. You see, it may not fall under my jurisdiction.
Yeah, jurisdiction, that's right. It's okay.
But obviously,
Yeah.
there is we can always follow up and try to help even the MCAs present. You see, if they are left on their own,
Yeah.
they will not work together toward achieving this.
As a common goal.
Yeah,
Lakini-
and again, we've not been having those plans. You see, whenever there are plans, they are directed to some other tiny issues. You see, building toilets,
Yes.
and you find they are not even enough.
Yes.
We will have to incorporate everybody and make sure, even not necessarily even the government. There are so many people out there willing to help us.
Yes.
But they can't. If at all you are not approached, you can't tell the challenges bedevering any particular group of community.
Lakini swali moja niko nayo kuuliza kwamba wewe ukiingia, sema for example umeingia na Usawa kwa Wote party. utapata MCAs wako watakuwa na kila mtu na chama yake.
Indeed.
How you going to bridge that gap, party gap, kwa sababu kila mtu ako na hisia zake, ako na sera zake. Kushikanisha hao MCA wote 6 itakuwa vipi?
Sidhani kuna challenge hapo, sababu
alright,
we are facing the same challenges. MCA ile shida iko kwake, ndio shida iko kwa MCA mwingine, na ndio shida nina address. Sisi wote ni familia. Tukiwa Mathare tuna face zile challenges.
Naam.
Si kwamba insecurity ina face MP peke yake ama watu wa section fulani. Not at all. Yes. Challenge ni ile.
Naam.
Ukiangalia hiyo mashida yote kuleta watu, what is common with us is more than what divides us.
Oh, okay.
I like that. The lady, the caller has actually texted and said yes, she has a plan, but she'd like you to address the rising cases of SGBV, for women, both young and old, and children and men in the community.
Where wacha niseme hivi, insecurity ni number one, because has arise out of kukiwa na issues, tukiwa normal in our normal environment
setting,
the normal setup haipo. Kwanza tumepoteza security ya everybody, river hata nini, hata even gender based.
Yes.
Insecurity sahizi, if you are working with you in Mathare, they will look at you and probably they know that you are not from there.
Okay.
They will steal from you.
Where?
Even while working with you.
No, ulisema watani welcome.
Mhesh.
Ulisema watani welcome.
No, you see,
ama you're welcome.
No, not at all.
Yes.
You see, criminals are not, it's totally different from the group that we are talking about.
Okay.
Criminals will know you. They will know you are not from us. And since insecurity ni challenge kubwa, it will happen on the broad daylight. Sasa tukiaddress insecurity, make sure watoto barabara zetu ziko sawa sawa, make sure maji kunayo, make sure watu wetu wanapata kazi, all of this tutakuwa tume begin to address gender based violence.
Yes.
Na sasa hiyo gender based violence tukiwa tume address insecurity, as in tutakuwa tunaitako in some way.
Yes.
The other thing ni kwamba watu wakiondoka issue ya kuongelea chakula na nini, they are able to reason. Right now ukipata mtu ako na njaa, hana wakati wa mambo ingine yote. And again, the best protector ni community.
Yes.
Those issues can be handled at that point.
Community.
At the community level.
Yes. All right.
If at all you are be able to sort their issues, all these issues that we talked of, the healthcare, the education, the jobs, the water and sanitation
business,
challenges,
also
the
drug menace,
which is very high in Mathare, more than any other part of this Nairobi.
All right.
We've run out of time, but Mhesh, I'm pretty sure you have a parting shot for the people of Mathare. And this is why you came today to Pal Radio to say, I need your vote so that I can change situations. What's your parting shot for now?
Okay, let me speak in Kiswahili.
Go ahead,
because
please.
Majority of my speakers are in this language. Okay.
Ndio hiyo.
Msikizaji, uwe mkaaji wa Mathare na kuomba. Mnajua tumepitia changamoto mingi tangu uhuru. Tumeachwa nyuma kimaendeleo. Tumeachwa nyuma mambo yoyote kiusalama. Mnajua hali yetu ya utumizi wa dawa iko juu zaidi kuliko eneo bunge lingine lolote Nairobi, na lazima tukiremu haki yetu. Mimi niko tayari, nimezaliwa pale, ninaishi pale, ninajua shida yako ni shida yangu, na wewe unajua. Ninakuomba ifikapo tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8 tutembee kwa debe, na kabla hiyo wakati tuhimize watu wetu, tuwaongeleshe ndio tupate ushindi. Ninasimama kwa chama ya usawa kwa wote. Na kuomba tena, tembea nami, wacha tuchukue uongozi, wacha tujenge Mathare yetu. Asanteni sana.
We are Pearl Radio.